untimely passing. What bothers me a lot, maybe because I knew him, but what really bothers me a lot is how unprepared our security forces are to deal with the mentally ill. Toronto is the fourth largest city in North America. It just surpassed Chicago. And this city is filled with hundreds of thousands of mentally ill people. And I searched on YouTube to see, because I did not hear the news, right, until I got the call on Sunday morning. And I searched to see what the reports were. I was really troubled, and you know, why am I troubled about this? You see, this is not the first time someone is shot and I have to bury them. So when the police or a gunman shoots somebody, it is somebody like me who have to deal with the burden. And when you would say it's a burden, yes it is, because as a pastor you have to deal with the grief of the family. And I felt in this case like they shot him and gave him to me to bury him. That's how I feel. I don't know all the circumstances surrounding the situation. But for 10 years, I worked with the mentally ill. And I know that if someone is knowledgeable enough in a crowd, they, in most cases, can calm down a hostile situation. And I can give you one example. I used to work at this group home, and there's this young man who pulled a knife at the staff. And the staff is yelling and screaming. And there are lots of other staff members who went around there and was yelling at him, put down the knife. And the more they yelled at him, the more aggressive he got. And I left my apartment and went around there and I told everybody, calm down. And I called him and I said I knew he loved cigarettes. I said, hey, bro, you want us to go outside for a smoke? And he said, really? I said, yes, let's go out for a smoke. I said, give me the knife and we go outside and sit and talk. And before long, he, with all the people who were yelling at him that he was trying to attack, he gave me the knife. And you know, he didn't like me. But in that situation, he gave me the knife. I took it. And now they were angry with him because now they figured that they could handle him because he didn't have the weapon. And I said, listen, I made a promise to him to bring him for a smoke. They said he didn't deserve it. I said he may not deserve it, but you cannot break your promise with him. We have to bring him for a smoke because next time he will not listen. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just revealing my 10 years experience. To say, from my knowledge, I don't know the situation regarding this case. But from what I saw on YouTube, from what I heard, Donnie should not have been killed. And you know what bothers me too? Is the fact that the Toronto police are not properly equipped. I'm not trying to poison the police. Don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about this situation. And there were other situations before this. In my opinion, our police officers are not properly trained to deal with the mentally ill. You cannot just bring out a gun against mentally ill people when there are other things available. And I know the police hands are tied. And then, you know, we talk about intimidation. I don't believe that if someone is bringing a weapon that can take somebody's life, if someone is easily intimidated, they should have a weapon. Because Danny is dead, and whoever shot him maybe somewhere still have their weapon on their hip. What if I run into that person? I'm sure, I'm telling you, I would be afraid. I don't know the individual, but if I should ever run into that person, especially if I'm having a bad day, and don't tell me you never had a bad day. I've done a lot of things that I'm sorry about, and I said, man, I should not have responded that way. If I should run into this person and having a bad day, would they shoot me too? I'm speaking this loud and clear because there must be some kind of control. There must be an end to this. We cannot just walk around with guns to go to the mentally ill. The guns are needed for hardened criminals. And lastly, what bothers me? Yes, I heard he was walking around with a machete in his waist. Yes, in city of Toronto, you can't do that. I'm originally from Jamaica, and a farming community, and everybody where I grew up had a machete. It's nothing. You see somebody, you're not afraid. Everybody has a machete. It's the truth. It's a tool that they use on their farm. I don't know if in its mental state, if he probably brought back to, I'm not going to assume, but to Jamaica, and he figured that I'm going to my farm. That's the only thing. I don't know what his intentions were. But I don't believe it's appropriate to bring a machete in the city. But from my understanding is that he was not any immediate threat to anyone until the police came, they irate him. What am I saying? I'm saying if this person, if Danny was a threat before they came, I could understand. They needed to get this weapon from him. I understand that. That's their job. And they have a responsibility to protect the public. But somebody did not do their job. Whether it's those who train the police, whether it's those who equip them, and I'm more upset with those who equip them. How can you have a city so large with so many mentally ill people walking about and you have nothing except if you don't have a special person, a sergeant showing up, nothing, you only have bullets, something to kill, and you can only shoot at vital organs. Not allowed to shoot at a hand or leg. But that's what I was told, that they said they're not trained to shoot at limbs. How can you just bring just something just to kill? I mean, listen, even in America they're having problems with guns. I'm not condemning anybody, I'm just upset that Danny's dead and the way he died with professional people that we trust. It's a good system, but when it comes to the mentally ill, it is flawed.
Amen.
And therefore, I'm hoping I never have to bury another person who died who should not have died. And so today, I rest my case. May his soul rest in peace.